2020 at Disneyland! Mr. Cheesy Pop! Hey everyone, it's Max. Happy New Year, everybody! Happy New Decade, everybody! And for my first video of the new year, and I guess the new decade, I wanted to make a video all about the important dates that you need to know this year at the Disneyland Resort, so you have one place to come back to all year long. So bookmark it, like it, save it, whatever you need to do, because these are the dates that you need to know for 2020 at Disneyland. In case you didn't know, Christmas is still going on at the Disneyland Resort, and it officially ends on January 6th, so if you didn't get there for Christmas, you still have a few more days to go check it out with festival holidays and all the Christmas decorations still up. Starting on January 7th, that's when you'll see all of the changes coming to the Disneyland Resort as Christmas is officially over, and things like It's a Small World holiday will close. There are other things that are closing January 7th, let me tell you about that. A big one is Snow White's Scary Adventures. This will close for a while as they do a pretty big refurb on it. The word is that it's going to be less scary. So if you want to see Snow White's Scary Adventures be scary, you only have a few more days. There's no date on when the new refurbed Snow White Scary Adventures will open. If you want to go on Space Mountain as Hyperspace Mountain, the Star Wars version, you have until January 6th. It'll close January 7th. It'll reopen as Original Classic Space Mountain on January 8th, and I'm actually really happy about that because that is my favorite version of Space Mountain. The Disneyland Classic Space Mountain. Haunted Mansion Holiday, not closing on January 7th this year. Actually, it's closing on January 21st, and then it'll take a little bit to get back. I don't have an opening date on that. You just gotta check the Disneyland calendar for that. But that looks like sometime in the spring it'll go back to Haunted Mansion. Of course, the biggest attraction opening this year is Rise of the Resistance, of course, in Galaxy's Edge. This opens January 17th. Stay tuned for all of the info on that. Disneyland is going to do the boarding group process like they did in Disney World. I will keep you posted on how that all works when I get to go ride it. I cannot wait. Probably the thing I am most excited about this year. And then it's going to be over in January? No, there's got to be other exciting things coming to Disneyland, right? Yes. Also on January 17th, Lunar New Year begins at Disney California Adventure. This is a really great celebration. They've got a bunch of different food kiosks. We like that. Characters, celebrations. This is a really fun time. It's only a few weeks. This goes from January 17th to February 9th. Now, there's also some really fun Disneyland After Dark events. And this year, there are 4 of them that they have announced. The first one is actually really soon, is 80s Night, and it is on January 29th. Then there are 2 Sweethearts Nights, February 12th and 13th. So grab your Valentine and get on down for those. There's also Pixar Night at California Adventure on March 5th. And there's also Villains Night that's also at California Adventure, and that's on April 30th, the day before my birthday. I've done a lot of these Disneyland After Dark events, and I think they're actually a really good time. And if you make the most of it, you could kind of watch some videos that I've done last year on them, but it's a good time. Did you guys know there's a new parade coming this year? Yeah! Disneyland has a new parade. It's called Magic Happens in February this year because it's a leap year. Also beginning on February 28th, I guess I will be there that day, is the Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival. That goes till April 21st, so you have almost 2 months to enjoy all of the really great stuff at Food and Wine. I think the Food and Wine Festival at DCA has gotten better and better as they kind of restarted it, and I'm really excited to see what they do this year. It's gonna be awesome. So, but that, again, that February 28th, so till April 21st, lots of time to enjoy. Okay, so those are the things that actually have specific dates that we know of right now, today. Of course, the big land opening is Avengers Campus, and that comes to Disney California Adventure this summer. This is, of course, the new Marvel Land And you can see the construction going on as you walk by it every time in DCA. The buildings keep getting taller and taller, and it is going to be a very interesting first half of the year to see that all develop right before our eyes. If you would like to see videos of that, let me know. I can keep you guys posted on the construction of that. We don't have a set date for it yet, but I'm sure we will in the coming months, and I will let you know when that is, and I assume I will be there for opening day, who knows, but that's coming in the summer. So if you want to make your travel plans based around Marvel, then I would suggest, what is summer? I don't know, late summer, early fall to be guaranteed if you want to be there for that. And that is it. Those are your important dates to know for Disneyland for 2020 so far. I'm sure there will be other things that come up as the year goes on. And of course, it's a very interesting sort of year coming off of 2019 when it was like, everything happened, because Galaxy's Edge opened, so while there's nothing as monumental as that, I still think there is a monumental thing with Avengers, and of course, Rise of the Resistance, which opens in just a couple of weeks, and I think that's going to change a lot at the parks because we're going to have to use the boarding groups, and I think that will lead to a lot of people coming earlier in the day at Park Open to make sure they get on the ride. So it'll be interesting to see how it affects the park and the crowds and whatnot, because I think this is going to be the attraction that changes everything, I would assume. I can't wait to ride it. Those are your dates. What are you most looking forward to in 2020 at Disneyland? For me, definitely Rise of the Resistance, for sure. And then Avengers Campus after that. But Rise is the one I've been waiting to ride for so long. Let's do it. Let me know what you're most looking forward to in the comments below. Like, subscribe, check out my Patreon page, and have a magical 2020, everybody. Bye.